Every tech fan needs one of these. What's up guys? I'm very excited about this one. Today I'm finally unboxing something I've wanted for years. It makes me feel like a true tech YouTuber. If you've watched as much tech YouTube as I have, or if you've ever seen someone give a tour of their desk setup, then you've likely already seen what I'm about to unbox. That's right, this is an art frame from Grid Studio. If you're not familiar with Grid Studio, they take iconic tech like old phones and gaming consoles, disassemble them, and turn them into beautiful pieces of wall art. What I love about this is it's not just a perfect way to show off the pieces of technology that you're passionate about or have some nostalgia for, it's also great for sustainability. Rather than ending up in some landfill somewhere, Grid Studio is recycling and repurposing old technology into stunning pieces of art. Grid Studio kindly sent me their Grid 1 to check out, which is their display of the original iPhone. I'm very excited about this, so let's take a look. First thing I've got to mention is Grid Studio does not mess around with their packaging. The presentation here is top-notch. Here's an envelope with a wax seal. Let's take a look at what's inside. It has been more than 14 years since the original iPhone was released. This is true, it's actually been 18 years now. And in order to pay tribute to the iPhone and its creator, Steve Jobs, we are giving you the chance to win a limited edition iPhone artwork. And then there's a QR code here you guys can scan and check out and potentially win a frame of your own. Here's a photo of someone assembling one of the Grid 1 displays. I doubt this is a photo of my actual display being built, but if it is, that's really cool. And check this out, they've included a timeline of the entire history of the iPhone, from the original all the way up to the iPhone 15. There's a bunch of old photos of Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, but the actual timeline is all about the iPhone. They actually have here the first iPhone listed as the iPhone 2G, but if you've been following my channel for a while, you know I've made a couple videos about how the iPhone naming scheme makes no sense, and that Apple themselves have never used the name iPhone 2G. So this is really cool, but now let's take a look at the actual display itself. Okay, so look at this. It's not fully assembled, and the reason for that is I've seen some people have trouble with this plastic screen protector on the glass here. You're actually supposed to remove the frame first in order to peel it off, but that isn't obvious, so it's nice that this isn't fully assembled yet to make that a little easier. So here it is, the original iPhone, completely disassembled and neatly arranged with a bunch of callouts. You've got everything from the home button, to the logic board, to the gigantic original SIM card tray. This is even the actual glass that covered the screen. I don't see a battery anywhere on this one. From what I understand, if they do put a battery in one of their displays, that's the only part that's actually a recreation, to avoid any sort of swelling up or leakage that could happen. There's a classic quote from Steve Jobs at the bottom here.
Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
That's the perfect quote for a piece like this. The iPhone marked Apple's entry into the cellular phone marketplace, described by Steve Jobs as
it's a widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and the breakthrough internet communications device.
I also appreciate that it says iPhone at the top here and not iPhone 2G. Introduced June 2007, Apple reinvents the phone. This is awesome. I've also got to say, the condition of this phone is in much better shape than the version I bought off eBay, which I got just so I could make a video all about the hidden features that have been around since the original iPhone. So check out that video next if you haven't already. I just absolutely love how this display looks. Now, unlike a lot of other tech YouTubers, I don't really have a great fully dedicated studio space. I shoot most of my videos in the middle of my daughter's playroom. Hopefully one day I can expand into a bigger space and give this a really nice permanent housing, but for now, I'm gonna use these Velcro command strips to mount it right here behind me. Be sure to check out Grid Studio and see if they have a version of your favorite piece of technology ready to be shown off. I'll add the links down below, and let me know in the comments, what do you think of the Grid 1 display, and which Grid piece would you most like to get? I'm Nick Bradley. Thank you so much for watching.